Hey, and welcome to Two Diverse Moms with me, Danye.
And Treese.
Today we're going to talk about relationships. Everything from interracial dating
to breaking points, 90-day rules, one night stands, you name it. We're going to talk about relationships.
So sit back and get ready for this roller coaster.
Yeah.
I've never had a one night stand. Would I have one? Probably not. I'm scared.
I wouldn't even say it was a one night stand. I could say it was supposed to be that, but I guess it ain't even.
Then if it was another night, then it's not a one night
It's
stand.
not. I wanted it to be that, but people don't know how to just let go.
Then it wasn't a one night stand.
Yeah, I ain't never had one to say.
Yeah, I've never had. I'm scared only just the fact of I don't know you.
That's why they got condoms.
Still, I don't know you.
That's true.
No, that's scary to me.
No, I just feel like a one night stand should be no strings attached. People don't know how to.
There shouldn't be strings attached, but I am a firm believer of the soul tie.
I do. So, yeah, I do agree with the soul ties.
That's one thing where I'm just like, I don't know.
The older I get, I do.
And I've never been drunk enough to be like,
it ain't even gotta be drunk enough. Just be like, oh, you cute. Let's get this wham bam. Thank you. When you want to be a stalker, popping up at my job, and
she's shouting you out. She with all your business out there.
Listen, just leave people alone.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, I'm not against one night stands. I just don't see that happening in my future. I don't judge anyone who's ever had them.
I mean, no, not in my future.
People say you haven't lived until you had a one night stand. And I'm just like, I guess I'm not living because.
Well, they say you ain't lived until you had your whole face. They say that if you can't get married or settle down until you had your whole face, but y'all have watched our first episode. We talked about me trying to have my whole face.
Her fuck face.
It didn't work out. So hey, I'm not against it if you want to have it, but I am agreeing with you with the soul ties. I feel like anytime you lay down with somebody, you are attached to them. So, but I'm not against it. If you in the comments and you've had a one night stand and you feel like it was worth it, you feel like it was, oh my God, it couldn't be a one night stand because it was too good and you want to go back, but I don't know. And then you wish some people you did lay down with was a one night stand and you didn't have no attachments. I'm just saying. There's a couple people I wish it was just nice.
There should be like a reset, like a delete button.
Yeah.
Erase.
Shout out to a person that told me if you don't have feelings or you don't think about them afterwards, then it does not count. Shout out to that one person that told me that.
So if you don't have feelings about that person, like it just y'all did it thinking it would go somewhere and just nothing happened.
Yep. This one person talking about that it does not count against your numbers unless you have feelings afterwards or you thought about them afterwards.
Speaking of numbers, do y'all know y'all numbers?
I know my number.
Like, do y'all keep track of your numbers?
Yep, sure do.
Y'all probably should. It's probably be smart, especially in 2020.
I don't think dudes keep track of their numbers.
I don't think they can keep track of their numbers.
Yeah, I don't think. Do you guys keep track of your numbers?
Men, do you know your total? Do you know it? Like, you could count.
I know my number.
Or do you have to really sit down with a pen and paper and really start writing down?
Or do y'all even know names? Not to put y'all out there. I just want to know.
I don't think all dudes know names. I think men are up for one night stands because they're just looking for the pleasure.
Yeah,
they don't care about your name. They don't care about what your situation is. Nothing. So I think men are all for the one night stands.
Yep. I'm telling you, if I could have just had one and just leave me alone, man, thank you. I'm all for it. It don't work like that in my life, but hey, it's cool.
So going into the 90-day rule then, if you're dating someone, do you wait 90 days? Think like a man has women thinking they should abide by those rules. Even when I read the book, I was just maybe back in the day, but depending on the situation, you can't hold to these standards because of how you feel or how things are going. It's great to to wait 90 days if you really feel like you want to get to know the person
Yeah.
first. But things happen. I'm not saying it's a one night stand. It could be a one night stand that turns into
a relationship.
6 months into a relationship. So do you do the one night stand and then nothing for 90 days?
That's stupid as hell.
Like you get a little test taster and then
Then what if you wait 90 days and then get this person something you don't waste all this time and that's whack as hell? Then you're gonna be disappointed.
But is it whack because they just don't know what they're doing, or is it whack because I feel like if you have like an emotional tie, like that should make it better, right?
Yeah, all right. You wasted 90 days. I don't. If your emotional tie is good and it's just whack, it's just whack. And then what if it's 90 days because the build up was so long, so it was like a 1 minute man. So then you give him a second try and it's like another 1 minute. So no.
So all he's good is for a minute.
So what I wait these 90 days for? No.
Damn.
So now that I'm older, I feel like holding out don't make no difference because you can smash on the first night and that person want to be with you forever, and then you wait 90 days and that person don't even want to be with you no more. Or he's smashing somebody the whole time y'all waiting.
Because you got him waiting 90 days.
Yeah, don't nobody want to wait 90 days.
And do you tell him like, oh, I'm waiting 90 days? Like that already seems like you put stipulations on everything. So now it's like a red flag for them. Me personally, I wouldn't wait 90 days. It would just be like when it happens, it happens. Exactly. I wouldn't have a timeline on it. Like,
exactly.
Why should you?
No.
You're all adults.
Everybody
should be adults.
Yeah. Hormones, emotions run wild. If the time comes and y'all want to smash, y'all gonna smash regardless. Like it's stupid. Like 90 days. What is quote in that?
But what about like the virgins that are like waiting for their husband? I think I heard a story where like they were waiting and got married and it was horrible. And they didn't know what to do because they really loved this person. This person was their soulmate, but they were just like, there was no pleasure there.
Yeah, nah. Like, don't get me wrong, I got a daughter and I hope she wait until she's married, hopefully. But that's not going to happen in real life. Her dad feels like she should wait till she's married, but that is not going to happen in the real world. But why would you want your person to be miserable? What if you hold out till you marry and that
honeymoon then, like, if you wait until you marry, you can learn with each other.
But what if they not married? What if the dude wasn't a virgin?
That's what. If he's not a virgin?
Yeah. Oh, you talking about they both virgins?
Yeah, I'm saying they're both virgins.
And then how they gonna learn together? Like, what they gonna do?
Watch movies?
They gonna watch pornos?
Yeah.
Man.
Those teach a lot of people
and they gonna teach them some horrible things. Like, I don't know.
Wham bam. Thank you.
Nah, man. No, I'm cool.
No, I guess it's a personal preference.
I guess.
But there are a lot of women that are holding out like they want to wait for their husbands.
I'm cool. I could be rewarded and I could hold out for you.
I would cool. If I could rewind and do it over again, I probably would have waited longer.
Then what I waited? I waited a long time.
Yeah, I would have waited until at least mid-20s.
Hell no. I waited too long as it was. Mid-20s?
Mm-hmm. Because I just feel like no.
I mean, when you were younger, it was very painful for a long time.
I would have just waited.
It was very painful for a long time. Oh my God. Yeah. Because you don't start, as females, we don't start enjoying it until we're older.
Yeah. Men, boys, whatever.
Y'all just happy to get y'all's off.
Yeah, y'all enjoy it from the first time. Yeah. Like, it's not like
I guess you're right. But then if you waited till your mid-20s, then you be in pain for that whole period. No, I'm cool.
But some people are still in pain. Like, women that, like, there's women who still, it is painful regardless.
Yeah, I feel bad for you.
And then it's women that can't finish. I don't know what word I want to use here.
I do apologize for y'all.
There's women that sex is just not enjoyable.
I do apologize for all y'all women that can't get that up.
Yeah, like that can't get it, that never had one, that like, and it's not something that like the guy is not doing correctly. It's just that they just can't.
Maybe they should try getting it on their own first. Because if you can't satisfy yourself, how somebody else supposed to satisfy you?
Some people feel like that's weird.
Then if you don't know your body, then that's on you.
People feel like it's weird, like you shouldn't have. Okay, this is going off in that.
I'm sorry. Sometimes our podcasts do go off in a whole nother tangent.
But no, I mean, no, I personally probably would have waited a little longer.
I'm fine
Because I feel like when you were younger, all dudes wanted was to have sex, and if you wasn't having sex, they wasn't dealing with you. That was off to the next. And I just feel like that was easier to weed them out. To whereas now, like as an adult, I think like now men in their like mid-30s are looking for relationships because they're like, what am I dating for? Like I done had all the sex and all that. Like now it's time to actually find somebody. Like this is now the time when I probably would have been like, yeah, like mid-20s.
I just feel like I should have just had my whole phase instead of being in relationships. That's how I feel.
And I don't think I would never have had a whole phase. And I
Why?
don't see it as a whole phase.
Well, I feel like, okay, I'll take it back. Maybe I should have just, instead of being in a serious relationship at a young age, I should have just went out there and did my thing.
See, and I have fun at my young age.
I just didn't have fun. I just feel like I was just in relationships, long relationships. I hate that. I'm not saying I didn't have fun, but it was just too many like stipulations. I could have just did my thing for a little bit. So, too many grown decisions are, when you're in a relationship, it's just too many things that come along with it that you shouldn't have to be going through at a young age.
Makes sense. So. Yeah. I don't think a relationship is really serious in high school. Like y'all still grown up. Y'all just really are just best friends, hanging out all the time.
Yeah,
and y'all kissing here and there.
Well, not when you living with people and having babies at 19. That shit is hard.
See, and to me, 19 is not high school. 19 is actually like adult living.
Yeah.
And it's kind of that like look into like what your future could be.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine before you got married, never living with the
your significant other?
I was trying to get your word out and I couldn't.
I know. That's cool.
Yeah. But like, there's people that never lived together before they got married.
Yeah, I can't live with everybody.
Like that changes. Like you, like why are you? What the like?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Put the toothpaste back up, or put the toilet seat down.
Yeah, my ex-husband, too. Yeah, I swear that's the only person I can live with. He get on my nerves, but baby, we can live together. We can still be roommates and be fine. Cause
don't put that in the atmosphere.
Because I'm just saying, I'm not like that. But some people, you just like you don't clean up after yourself. Some people just you can't. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot to live with people, even family. Like I would rather live with him than live with some of my family members. Cause I'd be like, I mean, except her. This one, we could be. And Jazz, love my cousin.
I don't think I could not live with someone beforehand. I know they say like, oh, don't get the milk before you buy the cow. Or
why get the milk? Why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? She don't fuck with the whole saying.
Well, shit, it's not my saying. I don't agree with that because I feel like you have to know that person. Yeah. Like, just like, waiting until marriage. Again, you have to know that person. Like, it's a great thing to try to do.
Yeah.
But like, once those things happen, you could be done. Like, completely over everything. Like, I can't live with you. You don't clean up after yourself, or
I need somebody that
unless you
has like, OCD. You got a little bit.
But I mean, if you've like gone over their house or whatever, you should be able to see like, okay. But then it could be they're only cleaning it up when you come over.
That's hard.
That I don't know.
I don't think you just went on a whole different tangent. Like that's crazy.
I don't think you should wait 90 days.
No.
I think you should do it when y'all feel ready.
If you feel it and you want it, then do it. Like I don't know. It's just a lot of people put a lot of different stipulations in your head and a lot of different things that you feel. It's on you. And I feel like there's always been somebody telling you, oh, well, you're young and you only live once. So live once and do you. Don't worry about no night. What time is limited. You don't know when you're going to leave, or when to leave this earth. You don't know when you're going to see that person again.
Exactly.
So live your life to the fullest. Fuck 90 days.
But if you don't like them, cut them off before 90 days. Don't try to drown that shit out. Don't try to make it seem
Please
like
don't.
something's going to get better.
No,
like,
look for the red flags.
You will see the red flags within 90 days.
And if they is, don't act like, oh, it's just because.
Yeah,
I'm one of those that be like, oh, it ain't that big of a deal. It is a big deal. Don't run.
Yep.
Put your track shoes on and run the opposite way. Even if the dick is good. Yes, I said it. Mama, daddy, I'm sorry if y'all watching this. Don't be dickmatized. Please don't. No.
Yeah, because if I feel like you will see the red flags in a relationship within the first week. Either you're going to see that she crazy, you're going to see she kind of stalkerish, or you're going to see that he's very put off, or that he's really not focused on you, or that you might be a side chick or whatever. Like I feel like you pick up on those clues very quickly, especially if you're serious about trying to take this somewhere. Then you should be able to see what's going on with that situation.
And then sometimes you might bring your past into it, and it might not be a red flag, and it's just you overthinking.
But communicate. But no, I think the first 90 days you should be able to tell if you want to continue with that person or if you don't. Yeah. Like in 90 days, that's like your trial period. Like that's
your probation period.
Yeah, that's like when you start deciding if you want to charge them the membership fee or if you want to just go ahead and let them cancel and be done.
And even if you already gave them something, it's okay.
Yeah,
your numbers can reset. Like I told you, if you don't think about them afterwards, don't even worry about it. Charge it to the game.
I don't know why women care so much about numbers because men don't.
I do.
And
I should.
Well, I was in my group chat and I was like, they said like if a woman had 100 partners, like that's out. Like you could never, like you couldn't even go anywhere with her. And I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
If dudes have 100 partners, it's no big deal. So why, if a woman has 100, why does that matter? And they were like, that's 100. Like, what if that's one every other day? And I'm like, okay, like, so what if she protects herself and she knows
and she ain't got no diseases and she good?
What does it matter?
But how do you really know?
But why does it matter if she's been with 100 people?
Because we always held at this standards while y'all here right here, and y'all probably done took like 600 females down. Because who knows how many people y'all done slept in high school, college? Our standards is always held so higher. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, no, I feel like if a woman's had 100 partners, she had 100 partners. She was living her life as long as she was protecting herself. It's not like she got 100 partners and 6 kids and 6 baby daddies. And no offense to anyone who has that. That's your life. You do you. You do you. But I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't hold someone to how many numbers they have. Like, you shouldn't care what the number is as long as they can say that they don't have anything. That part. That's, to me, that should be the only thing that you should care about.
Yeah, my numbers, I think about them, but I don't care.
But a lot of women care about their numbers, except for prostitutes. But a lot of women care about their numbers. That is a main factor. It's like, and I think it's because you get held to a different category if your number
Our standards are so higher when it comes to that. Like, y'all judge us so harshly.
Yeah, like, and it's not fair because y'all out here banging anything that's ready to open.
And I'd be like, damn, you hit that? What? With a paper bag over it? Like, but no judgment.
I don't think dudes care about looks.
No, but they judge us so. Paper. But they judge us so hard. I'm like, damn, you hit that? You had sex with a boy? Like, for real? Why does it matter? I only
think if he ain't shit type. Like,
if it's ugly dudes have something.
But I don't feel like dudes judge other dudes' looks.
Shit.
Y'all out here judging looks.
They out here judging like that's who you was with?
Got it.
But I'm just saying, I don't feel like the 90 rule should matter. I mean, if that's something you want because it's something that you choose to do, that's on you. But I don't.
Or your religious beliefs or your spiritual ties, do you. Do what makes you happy. And if you do have that set in place and the person can't abide by it or is trying to pressure you or trying to get you to do more, then that's your flag right there. That's not even worth your time. Like, peace out. Ain't no need. Like, no one should try to change your beliefs or try to change what you want to do for you. So,
good point.
Do you want to move on to breaking points?
Let's just do something.
Or do you want to do like a segment of some sort?
Let's do Mary Smash Kill.
You want to do Mary Smash? I wanted to save that for the last.
That's fine. We can save it last.
We could do our top 5 rom-coms.
Oh, let's do that. Top 5 rom-coms. What's your top?
my top 5 rom-coms. This is not in any particular order. Literally, I was trying to Google movies to kind of like remember, but one that will probably always be my number one, always and forever, is Clueless. Love that movie. I could be rolling with the homies. Like I will, I will love that movie forever.
It is good. It is good.
Second one is Bridesmaids. I don't think I laughed so hard at a movie until I saw that. Like that shit was funny,
especially in the middle of the street. Like I gotta go.
So I would always love Bridesmaids. Third is Grease. Grease is my movie. I love me a good musical. Grease is probably I would think Grease of more of a musical than I would of like a rom-com, but it was on the list, so I'm going to go with Grease. Made in Manhattan, because who has not sat and watched a Jennifer Lopez USA marathon and watched all her movies?
Yes.
And I love Made in Manhattan. That was one of the cutest ones. Jennifer, she got a couple good ones under her belt.
She does, I agree.
My fifth one, I would have to say it's a tie between The Wood or Two Could Play That Game. And I don't know why I couldn't choose. I like The Wood. It's funny as shit, but Two Could Play That Game is actually funny to me because dudes always think a female can't do what they do and do it better. And really, we can. So, I don't know. Two Could Play That Game probably will win.
I have to agree. That movie was good. And The Wood was funny. I do like that movie, though. It has all my favorite actors and actresses.
That's the OG cast that was always in somebody's movie.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
My top 5 would have to be Brown Sugar. Because my favorite line is, when did you fall in love with hip hop? I do love that movie. It's a pretty good movie. And I like this. They were best friends, but didn't want to admit the fact that they were in love with each other. So I do love that one. And the next one is 50 First Dates. Love that movie. The fact that he made her fall in love with him every day, no matter what. You guys probably don't ever heard of this movie, but it's called Waitress. It's a pretty good movie. Dope movie. You gotta watch it.
Never heard of it.
Of course she has it. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
I like that movie.
That's one of my
favorites. I love me some Matthew McConaughey.
Yes. And 27 Dresses.
I don't think I've seen it.
She was always the bridesmaid and never a bride.
I know what the movie's supposed to be about, but I don't think I've ever
I used to watch that movie probably like once a month. I love that movie. So, those are mine.
So, how do you think you could lose a guy in 10 days? Can you lose a guy in 10 days?
Yes, I lose them all the time. Why you think I'm single? Duh. What? No, the way she was trying to lose them is like, that's just me automatically. Like, she was eating on it. Like, she was, the funniest part is how she would eat nasty, like, want to go to sports games, drinking, smoking cigarettes. Like, I thought it was hilarious. That's why.
But some dudes actually like that.
Exactly.
So, like, why. I think depending on the times and who the guy is, like, what she was doing would not work because they would actually like that. Like, oh, you want to go to a game? You want to drink beer? You want to hang out at the bar? Cool.
That's
like,
me. So,
like, you in there. And 50 First Dates, I honestly don't think I have the patience to have cared.
Yeah. I thought that was so cute that he just kept wanting her to fall in love with him.
That means he really loved her because
that
not
was
me.
So cute. And she used to just like, "Who are you, stalker?" I thought that was cute. A rom-com has to be good to me. It has to make you laugh and cry, and I think that's why I like Waitress so much.
None of these made me cry.
She don't cry in movies. I'm not.
I think I've cried in the movie, or cried over a movie maybe 3-4 times.
Jump in the Broom made us boo like babies.
Yeah, I cried Jump in the Broom. I cried Armageddon.
Oh, everybody cried on that movie.
I cried on Titanic.
Yeah.
And this one kind of doesn't count because I cried on Think Like a Man, but I was also like 4.5 months pregnant.
Moana.
With my daughter. I didn't cry on Moana.
I boo-hooed on Moana.
I didn't cry on damn Moana.
I did.
I got a little choked up on Coco, but I didn't cry.
I did get choked up on Coco.
But Moana. What you cry on Moana for? The grandma?
Yep.
No, I didn't cry. I did. Yeah, like it's.
Oh, and Best Man Holiday, that was up here too. I was a toss up.
That didn't make me cry.
It made me emotional. I like that one though. It was pretty good.
I think those are all. Oh, and The Notebook.
Oh, that's a tearjerker every time.
The Notebook had me like.
Yeah.
The ugly cry face.
Yeah.
Like
The Notebook is always one that just brings me to tears.
Yeah, The Notebook. But I could watch it again and not cry.
Yeah, I don't cry anymore.
But the first time that I watched it,
I ain't gonna lie. I was like, you come here every day.
And that's crazy because I just said on 51st Dates, I don't think I could do that. But I guess after you've loved this person for so many years and now you see like your past and your history just diminishing, like that's gotta hurt.
Yeah. That movie was one of my favorites. I got it on DVD and Blu-ray. Like, I do not play about that movie. And I will still watch it when it comes on TV. Like, I ain't never seen it.
Is that a romantic comedy?
No.
What is that? Drama?
I think it's just a drama.
I don't know. For a while after I watched it the first time, I would not watch it again because I was just like, I don't have time for these emotions. Like, no. But
my favorite part was like, I wrote to you every day. Every day. He built her a house, even though she had a husband. Let's see where that love at.
Yeah.
Where's that?
That's that old school love.
Where's that?
They say that love don't exist anymore.
Where's that? No, why? Because social media.
Well, they said, I saw something that said that like the old school love doesn't exist anymore because women know their value now.
No, they know their value.
So like that old school putting up with everything, dealing with everything, like
but
that, like that's gone. Staying
Notebook love.
No divorce type.
Because he didn't cheat.
No, he didn't. But she didn't. She go and marry some other guy.
She did. Right,
but I'm saying like in the old school, like she should have never. Did he die and that's how they got together, or what happened? I don't remember. But they were saying, like back in the day, you don't get a divorce. Y'all just figure it out and fall back in line, and everything gets back right.
He probably had they used to have a whole other family on the side,
and you just was okay. Old school.
I don't want that for love. I want Notebook love.
I just want like for realness.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Not even movie love.
She don't want that cut action. No, she want that real life, real love. That Method Man and Mary J. Blige, real love. The song.
I know, but she was in a dysfunctional relationship.
I don't want that. Queen and Clarence. Maybe that. Queen and Clarence. Queen Aja and Clarence.
They're 12. They ain't been through nothing.
I don't want to go through that no more.
But I mean, they ain't even been together long enough to get mad at each other.
They do get mad at each other. Gotta watch that. Okay, my bad. See how I go on time. My bad. Spouse don't get along.
I can't. I don't think I can. I don't idolize anyone or any situation to be like, oh, because you never know what goes on behind the closed doors.
Well, that's why I always be like Kevin Gates and Drew, because they be real honest about their relationship.
But you still don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
We don't. But you see how Kevin be talking about. He was like, "Fuck all that shit. I'm about to leave y'all." And then his abuela came to visit him and was like, "You about to do what? Get your shit together." You understand that?
But he could just be saying that to something.
No. Them spirits is real.
I know spirits are real, but I wouldn't. I just, Kevin Gates, it's just he's something. We're not gonna go there. Okay.
She ain't about to sit here and talk about Gates right now. Nah, she not about to.
So interracial dating. Have you ever dated outside of your race?
Nope.
Would you ever date outside of your race?
Yep. Because the maintenance man by my house, baby, on my way over here today, I was like, there go my boo. Waved down like this. How you doing? Ain't nothing broke in my house. I can get them cut fixed though. I'm so cute. You got a beard too. Yeah. I mean, I don't judge.
I don't either. I've never dated outside my race.
I haven't. Because Paul Walker got arrested, so.
I think my first big crush, don't judge me, y'all, was Cold Stone Steve Austin. I loved that man. Loved him. Why is that weird?
I'm not judging.
That was like my first, and then Mark Wahlberg.
Baby, that's right here.
Justin Timberlake.
Yes, Mark Wahlberg is gorgeous.
I think those are like my big crushes. Yeah. Zach from Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
Like those. I remember those crushes before I remember any like guy crushes.
Yeah, growing up, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh, She's All That.
Yes, baby.
She's All That was my movie.
It had Paul Walker and Freddie Prinze Jr. in it. Tell me.
Yes. Yes. I want to say growing up, a lot of my crushes
there
were Like I didn't idolize like Usher or Genuine
because everybody
or,
on the Mickey Mouse Club, Justin Timberlake, all that.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Even like I'm trying to think.
JC from NSYNC, all of that.
I think I was too old for Bow Wow, and I didn't think he was cute. My sister loved her some Bow Wow. I'm trying to sit here and think like, who did I like?
My crushes in elementary school. One of my first boyfriends in elementary school was not black either.
So you have interracially.
That don't even count. Like when you in elementary school, that don't count. His name was Neftali. That don't even count. Like, yeah.
Should we bleep that out? How you know he wants his business out there?
He don't even probably remember me. He got me a purse and everything.
In elementary?
Yeah.
Jesus, y'all was fast.
My mom was like, got you this. I was like, Neftali. She was like, I'm about to send your uncles up there. I was like, Mama, what?
I didn't have no boyfriends in elementary. I didn't have a boyfriend until late junior high.
Mm-hmm.
I was a late bloomer.
Sure did.
No, I don't. I'm still trying to remember. Like, did I have any like black crushes?
I did have. Don't judge me, y'all. My crush was Diddy.
Sorry if you've never seen us on YouTube, but we're both black women. But yeah,
Yeah, Diddy was my crush.
You had a crush on Diddy?
I said don't judge me. When I was in middle school, Diddy was my crush.
Oh,
take
okay.
that.
No, I didn't have.
Yes.
I mean, I am really trying to think. Oh, now in high school, if you knew me in high school, you know Allen Iverson, number 3, AI, Philadelphia 76ers. That was my man. That was my boo. He was plastered everywhere. That probably was the first big crush that I had, in like Will Smith. But not even Will Smith when I was younger, like Fresh Prince days. It was like it took me time to get older. But no, now AI, I don't know what it was about them cornrows and them tattoos. It was the tattoos and him wanting to do what he wanted to do, regardless of what the practice.
Yeah.
Practice?
It was common.
Yes. No. Oh, I love me some AI. And he looks exactly the same. Like, he don't look like he's aged. Nope. He don't look like he's been through bad times. He still looks like good.
Yep.
AI, if you're watching. Hey, boo. But no, I've always been open to race. It doesn't bother me. I don't see anything wrong with dating outside of your race. We're all the same human. Like, what does it matter if I'm lighter or darker or whatever? Because we all got something of something in us. I'm sure. Do an ancestry check.
I already did mine. So listen, I can't judge because my mama daddy side is a melting pot. So we is like a rainbow. You got our family, it's a rainbow coalition over there. So yeah, I don't judge at all. And I just feel like if you're gonna date outside your race, just don't bash your race. Like, don't put us down. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you went through with a particular person, don't blame that on an entire race.
Yeah, now that, like, don't do that. But if you're just truly not attracted to like black men or white women or whatever, that's fine. But you don't have to bash that person or bash that race because that's not what you're attracted to, or because they used to tease you or whatever the case. Like, don't date outside of your race based on hatred. Yeah, because that's really not healing, or I don't know the word that I'm trying to say, but that's really stupid, honestly. Like, you're basically hurting yourself because you're trying to bash another race because of how you feel about whatever happened to you or whatever. So yeah, like that's dumb. But no, I think everybody should be open to loving who they want. And I know a lot of people that are like, I would never date outside my race. I could never. And it's not even like, oh, they're being racist or anything like that. It's just that they don't see an attraction with anyone other than of the same color as them, or that's just what they're used to being around and used to dating. But no.
I've talked to people and they always say it's because they feel like they can't relate to them, as far as like if they talk about something or something's going on, they just feel like they just can't relate to them.
And see, I feel like, okay, so like if a white guy who dates black women, I feel like if he's really dated black women, he should be able to relate, because he should have that cultural experience from dating all these different women. Exactly. Like, that he should have learned something from one of those women in his relationships. Exactly. Because you don't go and date a woman and never go around her family, never go to the barbecues, never go to the functions, and never understand the things that a black race does. Like you
Mhm.
you should pick up on those cues,
Exactly.
unless this is the first time you've ever dated outside your race,
And then that's
and then
different.
that's a learning curve. But
Yeah.
I feel like you should be open and understanding to learn those things because you don't know that culture.
Exactly.
And I feel like if you're going to date outside your race and that person does not know something, you shouldn't feel any kind of way by teaching them.
Exactly.
Like stopping them and being like, oh, wait, you crossing the line right here. Like,
so if you are going to date outside your race, then you have to be willing and wanting to teach them.
And some people are like, I don't have time to teach them. And it's
Well,
like,
then,
well, why not? If you're really happy in this situation, why does it matter what the color of their skin is?
Yeah.
Like I was listening to a Breakfast Club Donkey of the Day, and it was a story of a couple, and this was guest, and he threw in a segment called Guess the Race.
He always does that for certain Donkey of the Days. He makes guess the race.
He was like, okay, it was a couple, and the girlfriend wanted to play slave master. And so she wanted to be a slave, and she wanted, or did she want to be the master?
Nope, she wanted to be a slave.
Yeah, she wanted to be a slave, and she wanted him to, call her racial slurs
and have him dress up like master and beat her.
Yeah, and so they were trying to guess the race, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" So I'm assuming that he was, and the guy spit on her and was like, "No,
how dare you?
How dare you get out of here?" Like they were broken up after that. But they guessed the race, and everybody was like, he was black and she was white. Just had to be it. And I was like, because you want that to be it, that's what you thought. But no, she was black and he was a white man. And it was just like, what? Like, no, there's some weird fetishes out here, but baby, that's not one that you play with at all. And I actually, even though he did spit on her, which I think is disgusting. The worst thing that you could do, and I feel like you should just get pummeled if you ever did that to somebody.
Yeah,
I applaud him for like not doing that. Like, what? Like, are you serious?
Yeah, that's crazy. For her to even be a black woman
and want that, like, girl, like, do you not know what your ancestors actually had to go through or
like
deal with? Like, that is ridiculous. Like, don't ever. So yeah, no, but I applaud everyone who can date outside the race, because I know some people are like, the looks you get still to this day in 2020 of people seeing you, or like when you have kids and people don't assume that the child is yours because they might be lighter or darker than you or whatever. Like, I know that's got to be hard. I mean, with my own daughter, people have asked me when she was a baby, because my kids don't come out looking black. They would ask like, was I babysit? And I'm like, she's my.
What bothers me is when they ask, what is she mixed with?
I hate that. I mean, I got that growing up all the time, and I was like, mixed with what? Like, what are you talking about? Black and blacker. Yeah,
they act like because a child is beautiful, they have to be mixed. Or when I'm out with my son, my oldest son, I hate it. They be like, oh, that's your mom? Or if my son and my daughter are together, they don't believe that they're brother and sister. That irritates me a lot as well, because my son is darker complected than all of my kids, which bothers me. And it's just like, don't come for my kids.
Yeah, like
at all.
I feel like if you can't tell if the person is, they just say the child is pretty or beautiful or oh, he's handsome or whatever. Don't ask the questions of does the child belong to you. Like, does it really matter? You were going to give the child a compliment regardless. So why the fuck do you care if the child is mine? Like, now, unless you see a blonde hair, well, I can't even say blonde hair, blue eye, because I mean, my sister was blonde hair, blue eyed. Right. Like, if you like, if you see a child and they look like they're in distress or uncertain of the situation, then maybe step in and ask, does the child belong to you? Yes. But other than that, that's none of your business, because, like I said, we are all of a human race in a big ass melting pot, and we all came from somewhere.
Especially when my mom and my sister used to go places.
And some people man, DNA, genes, they go back.
They go back.
Go back.
Because I can imagine, well, yeah, your mom and my mom going out with with our sisters. Like, the questions they get, like, it's crazy. But you got to understand, DNA is crazy. And especially with our race, we produce anything. Like, we can produce anything. Mm-hmm. So I can understand. Like, it's crazy, some of the questions you get asked. But I'm not against it.
No, I'm all for it. I actually applaud those of other races, because I feel like it's a brave step, like to actually walk out on faith and deal with another race,
Yeah.
to deal with the racism, to deal with the looks, to deal with maybe the family not accepting you,
Yeah.
to deal with, like, that's hard to say that your love is going to withstand all that, and that you'd rather be in love and happy than have to forgo all the bashing.
Even though I feel like black men get judged harder dating outside their race than black women.
And I don't see why.
Yeah.
I don't understand, like, why as black women do we care if black men want to date outside their race?
I really don't care what y'all date.
Date who you want to date. Like, I just, when people talk about, like, oh, how dare he get a white woman or this or that, and I'm just like, that's what he wants. Like,
whatever. Like I said, just don't bash.
Just as long
black
as he's not
women.
bashing, as long as he's like, I don't date black women because y'all loud or y'all this. It's like, okay, but other races have loud tones or very vocal when they speak, or very animated, or very neck rolling, as y'all might say.
Yes.
And it's looked at differently because they are not black.
Yes.
But don't do that.
Yes.
Be proud because your mother is a black woman, or whatever, and your grandmother, like, be proud of the black woman because that's where you came from. But still, hold your own when you have to talk about the white woman or the Asian that you're dating or whatever. And I don't know. I mean, even whites and Asians, I'm sure they get a lot of backlash. I mean, I know it's hard for, like, Asians to date outside their race. Like, that is looked bad upon very highly.
Yes.
I just feel like racism in 2020 should not exist, even though it still does. And I feel like everyone should be able to date who they want to date, because, again, it's 2020 and it's your life. Like, you're living your life. As long as that person is making you happy, then so be it. Like, I watch a couple on YouTube, and they're an interracial couple, and she talks about how if somebody would have told her 12 years ago she'd be married to a white man, she would laugh. She was like, because she knew she was dating a strong black chocolate king, and she was like, that's who she always envisioned her husband to be. And she was like, even when he was trying to talk to her as a white man, she thought it was funny. Like, she was entertaining it because they weren't in the same state, but she was just like, this could never be my husband. And she was like, after she really sat down and thought about it, he was the one that treated her the best out of every man that she'd ever been with. And she was like, she is so happy that she didn't turn her back, because she almost did, because he was a white man.
Wow.
So, I mean, you just never know who God wants you to be with.
Exactly.
So you got to be open to everybody who slide in your DMs, or
I don't know about that.
Leave a little love note on your car, or approaches you in the grocery store.
That doesn't happen
unless they got on busted shoes or dirty fingernails.
Ugh, dirty fingernails and busted shoes
and dental hygiene. If that's not right, then any race, you have all the rights to pass that up.
Please don't talk to me. Brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth. Use a little whitening. Clean your fingernails, and make sure your shoes are not busted, please, or the all black Air Force Ones, because then I won't trust you.
Your shoes, my shoes cannot look better than yours.
Just take pride in your appearance. Like, it's 2020. Like, everybody should.
They don't have to be like the best of the best, but just take pride in them.
Yeah, just have on some cool shoes. Even if you got on the Lawnmowers 2000s, just make sure they clean. Everybody know what the Lawnmower 2000s are.
Okay.
If you're on YouTube, I'll put it right here.
I'm not to play with her today. I'm not. But if you are watching, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Two Diverse Moms.
Yes.
On every social media platform.
Because she's running it all. Because I don't run social media. Because I do not like social media. But I will interact with you guys. Drop a few comments and things like that.
Moving on. How do you guys feel about it if your spouse does not get along with your family?
I think younger me, it would bother me. Older me, I don't care.
2 fucks now.
Because, okay, if I'm going to go be with my family, you don't want to go because y'all don't get along, that's on you. And vice versa. Like, I just, at this point, I can't keep living my life for someone else and someone else's opinions and facts and things like that. So if it makes me happy, then my family should not care. Yep. And they should only want me to be happy. Yep. Regardless of the situation. And I feel the same way as far as, like, his family. Like, as long as he's happy, then you guys shouldn't care or whatever. Like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people take the pressure of what their family thinks and they hold that to a standard, which sometimes, your family is right. Your family is always going to have your back. But, I think they should sometimes let you fall on your face or sometimes let you feel that out for yourself, unless you're like in danger of some sort.
Yep.
Then, like, take heed to what they're saying. But
I used to care, like she said, when I was younger, I used to make sure, like, whatever happens, that they all got along, they were always together. Like, I wanted to be this big happy family. Now I'd be like, we can have separate functions, because at this point, it's like, at the end of the day, if you try to make them all get along, you're gonna be the one that happy and
it
trying to.
stresses you out.
Yeah, it's not even worth it. I just feel like you go this way, I go that way. If y'all choose to get along for me, then so be it. If you can't, then
And I
I'm not
wouldn't even
stressing
say
myself.
I wouldn't even say get along. I would just say everyone should be adults and be cordial. Like, I'm not asking you to be buddy buddy, hug, kiss every time y'all see each other,
Just cordial.
but just cordial with the hi, hello. Like.
And if y'all share similar kids, just please be cordial. You can't be cordial. You can get away from me. You don't gotta be around me.
I just say at least be cordial. I should not have to divide every situation. You guys should be able to come together and be adults in the same room and hold a conversation if it comes to that. But I'm not living my life to please one or the other with the situation.
I'm living my life to please
because
me.
Your blood is your blood, unless you just don't deal with your family like that. But like I don't think anyone purposely chooses one over the other.
No,
I just think that it's just some people are just like, I can't keep making a choice.
Yes.
So if I'm gonna go see my family, I'm gonna go see my family, or if I'm going to go stay at home, I'm gonna stay at. Like, you just can't make a person choose, and you just have to deal with it, fit in where you fit in.
Yep. Because it's stressful. You have to pick and choose your battles. And if I choose to go see my family, you don't want to go, you don't have to. And I'm not about to keep here begging you to go. And it's just not worth it, because it's just so stressful. It's not worth it. And I know personally going through it is just like, why?
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, it stresses you out. It stresses the whole situation. Is just stressful for everybody involved. And at the end of the day, if you don't like them, you don't want to be around them, you don't have to.
You don't have to. Ain't nobody begging you to bring nobody around.
No. And then if your family can't understand it or their family can't understand it, then that's on them.
And like I said, everyone should be adults and everyone should be cordial enough to get along and be in the same place and be able to celebrate someone or be able to come together for whatever holiday and be nice. I don't believe in the you marry her family. I don't, or marry him, you marry his family. No, I marry him, not his family.
I don't care.
I could be nice. I could be cordial.
I'll be cordial.
Yeah.
But if you walk in my house and you don't speak to me, you can leave.
And I feel like no one should walk into someone's house and not speak.
That part.
That's just my thing.
Yep. So I really don't care if you don't get along with it, but it's just get along with family like lovey-dovey, or you automatically have a mother-in-law and all that other stuff. It's just cordial. Just be cordial.
Yeah, everyone should be cordial. You want to talk about we the people?
Oh, yeah, we the people. I'm going to pull it up on my phone. I got it already. So Rihanna and Jack Dorsey from Twitter and Jay-Z donated. Look at me not being able to speak. Donated $6.2 million in COVID-19 grants for New York, New Orleans, and Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is really dope, because those
are those the ones that were hit the hardest?
Yep, they were hit the hardest. All three of their foundations are the reasons why they decided to donate it. We actually spoke about Rihanna before, because her foundation was donating ventilators. Rihanna's dad actually has corona, and she donated ventilators to her hometown, but her dad had it, so she actually donated more ventilators to her hometown as well, and made sure that they teamed up and donated $6.2 million.
Well, that's cool.
Yep.
So hope we get out of this and everything kind of gets back to normal, please. No, we said we weren't going to talk about it anymore, but for we the people, it's deserving.
Yes, and it's getting hotter, so I'm hoping.
Yes, today was beautiful. Like, I sat in the backyard while my daughter played. I worked, and it was a nice day. Like, I'm not upset with today at all.
Today and yesterday was really nice.
Hope it continues. So, marry, smash, kill.
Before we go there,
what
would you propose to a dude?
Would I propose to a dude? No.
The reason why I asked, because I don't know, not to bring up Love and Hip Hop. It's been on a couple Love and Hip Hops where people were proposing to dudes, and
I think it's if you've ever proposed to a man, tell us your story. What made you want to do that? How did you muster the courage to do that? I see like that is the new thing.
Yes,
and people
that's
are saying
why.
because women are tired of waiting for a man to do it or feel like he like doesn't know when to do it, so they're just going ahead and doing it. I would never. That's probably why I'm not married now. I would never propose to a man. Like, and it's not anything wrong or against it. I just feel like some things should stay gender specific.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. Me personally, I would not. Maybe, and that's probably why some men are afraid to propose. Because if you tell me no, baby, I'm about to fuck some.
Yes.
You want to see.
And that's the thing,
especially if we're in public.
That's my thing. If somebody was someone was to tell you no, what is the purpose of you staying with them? Isn't that the whole purpose of you dating somebody?
Is to get married? Yeah.
So would you even stay after they say no?
No. I feel like if someone says no, unless they give you specifics, can't say that word, specifics, then of like, I don't think we're ready. I think maybe we need to save, or maybe, we need to work on some things in our relationship that have been a little rocky before we take this next step.
So is it okay for them to say yes in public, and then when you get home, talk about like, let's push this date back further? Or what do you feel? Like,
I don't want to be proposed to in public, because if I just don't. I don't want the attention. I don't want everyone looking, because I would probably be the one to be like, yes. And then be like, why would you do that? No, no. But like, no, I don't know. I think a proposal should be private between the two people. It shouldn't be like how people are making this grandiose stage production, big old thing. Like, I just think if you're going to propose, it should be in private. So if you're going to propose to your man, boo, go ahead, do it in private. Don't get down on your knee. I think that's weird. But if you want to slide a little ring box across the dinner table or something, go ahead. But I don't know.
I would never propose to a dude.
I don't think I would propose, because, like I said, you tell me no, and we at a restaurant, the restaurant about to be mad at you because I'm not gonna order shit over.
I'm fucking everything,
because I just mustered up all my courage, and you said no. Oh, I'm flipping the table. I'm flipping the table.
As a dude, ego is so important to y'all.
Yeah.
And for y'all to muster up this courage and you be like, no. Baby.
But I feel like as a dude, any woman or dude, I feel like if that person is going to say yes or no. So why would you ask if you know that there's a possibility that they're going to say no?
What if you just say yes not to hurt their feelings?
And I feel like they know that. Like, they know, like, if I do this in public, yes, they know.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to tell you, yes, they know. They know. I feel that person really doesn't want to do it. Because some dudes do it to be like, I know she's mad at me, but if I just go ahead and say, let's get married, everything will be all right. You got to look at it like that. Makes sense. Yeah. And getting married is not a Band-Aid. It's not a fixer.
It is not. It just keeps you in a situation for longer than what you needed to be in.
It just adds more stress. So I just no. But congratulations to all the men who were proposed to by their women. I'm not laughing. It's not funny, but
I just don't want. I don't feel like that makes it, to me. It takes away like the gender specific roles. And not saying everything should be gender specific, but some things I just want to be the same. Mm-hmm. Like I just feel like I'm not getting down on one knee and asking you to marry me. I'm not sliding you no ring. Yes, I'm going to buy you one if you propose to me, but I'm not doing that. No, B, I'm sorry.
So I feel like I saw this, and it's kind of on the same topic, but okay, women get engagement rings. Why don't men get engagement rings?
I mean, they get the band.
That's when you get married, though.
I mean, if we got together, you was like, oh, babe, I want an engagement ring too. Okay.
But I just feel like it should just be the norm. Like, if you give me a ring to show that I'm engaged or I am taken, I should be able to slide you on right back.
I'm about to shower one because we engaged.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, this next time around,
let's all wear these
We're going to wear this together. We committed.
We all gonna show off.
We gonna show off to bling bling.
Because okay, so do you feel like men should always wear a wedding ring? Or do you feel like wedding rings are valid? Like,
let me show you something. Next time around, we get tattooed.
So you don't feel like a ring is a ring is something of significance.
It is. We get tattooed in because because the reason why I say that is because depending on what their role is at work, some people can't wear jewelry. So, like nurses, I don't know if you've ever seen them. They wear like the rubber ones they get, so they wear those. So depending on what,
but that's still a symbol of me wearing something on my finger to show that I'm married. Exactly. So you're saying that at all times, man, woman, they should wear something.
Yes.
So do you like? Because I take all my jewelry off at night except for my earrings. Like, do you feel like they should be sleeping in it, or so? What is that instance? Because there's been plenty of times where I have gotten up, got ready, and forgot all my jewelry.
I did. For instance, I used to forget it. And I used to call one of the kids and be like, "Hide this," because I'm gonna get in trouble. So that's why I ended up buying like the little rubber ones and leave them in the car just in case I left it, because my hands swell at night. Mm-hmm. So I would take them off at night. So yeah.
So you just had like wedding rings, like lip gloss, like got one in the purse,
baby,
one in the car.
Yes, because I didn't want. He used to get straight attitude, like, "Oh, you left the house without a ring."
But did he wear his ring
all the time?
Oh, he was proud. Look at you.
Look at me, nigga. Do what you... Baby. Okay, don't judge me. I'm a little cocky sometimes.
I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, he was, but in the other one, he wasn't. He would never wear it. But I'm just saying, I feel like you should. If you don't wear your ring, that means you're not proud of it.
Yeah. And you should be proud.
And then some people will be like, "Oh, I don't wear jewelry." So they got all different kinds of ways we can show this. You can get this tattoo. You can get these rubber ones. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. Other than that, there's no excuse of like, I don't wear jewelry, because a lot of men don't wear jewelry.
Yeah.
And they don't wear rings specifically. So
what we gonna do?
I'm gonna stop saying this word because I can't say it. It's coming
specific.
Out. Yeah.
See, I can't say it right either. I'm gonna say specific, like,
and then y'all gonna talk about us.
It's okay. Y'all know. I tell y'all all the time. I talk too fast. I'm gonna slow it down so I can say the word right.
But yeah, no, I don't. I mean, if you out here proposing to a woman, propose. If you're proposing to a man, propose. But I just feel like y'all both should be wearing a ring.
Speaking of that, since you said I feel like you should always wear a ring, what do you feel like a breaking point is in a relationship? When you be like, I'm done.
Whatever pisses you off. Whatever you feel like you can't take. Whatever you feel like changes who you are or changes your emotion should be a dead to right in this situation. Like, it could be something as small as like, you fucking don't make the bed up after you get out of it. Yep. And it's causing me to have an attitude every fucking day until I go and make the bed up. Like, I can't continue to be upset and walking around angry until I do what I feel like you could have done easily. Like, so instead of changing me and my emotions and being angry all the time, this needs to just be over. Like, I just need to be me.
Craziest part, how people say a lot of people got divorced because they didn't push the toothpaste up the right way. That is some real shit.
Yeah.
Leaving a fork in a motherfucking sink because I was so irritated because you didn't wash the fork out. But it's just
especially if you see that I have cleaned the kitchen and you left a fucking something in the sink, it's not hard to just wash it.
Yeah.
Not hard at all. My hands sound rough.
Yeah.
It's all this COVID-19 washing. But yeah, no. What's your breaking point in a relationship?
Having a baby.
That is a breaking point. Mm-hmm.
Or let me catch you cheating. Like in the act.
Yeah.
In the act. Oh yeah, I'm done.
And see, I feel like those are situations that change who you are and your emotions. So then that does death.
I can deal with a lot of shit. Like I can deal with. I might catch you. Like you might have cheated on me, and we might can get through it. Like maybe some counseling.
Oh, you're saying like catching them within the act, like either out on a date or doing the as Shaq. No, that's not Shaft. Just said the horizontal boogie.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh. I don't know it to actually catch someone in the act.
Call my daddy. Make sure you got my bail money.
I would probably need it.
Yeah. Yeah, you come get my kids.
Because I know how to handle a pistol well.
Baby. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Those are things I'll probably be like, I got to go.
God knows not to put me in those situations.
Yeah,
because he know I can't handle jail.
Yeah. I can't. I like the shower and everything else.
That's a blackout moment. Yes. Just don't even know. That's a whole out of body experience, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. What is y'all breaking points? Comment.
Yeah, let us know.
We might put the poll in the YouTube video. I don't know what our poll gonna be. We're gonna put one in the YouTube video. I might put it on Instagram. Might be 2 different polls.
I think the poll would be the interracial date. Could you date on such a race?
Yeah. The question is,
I think the poll would be over her head on Instagram.
no, my poll is gonna be. It's not gonna be a poll. It's gonna be a question. What is your breaking point in dating?
So I would like to hear you guys' response on that.
Please.
And I would like to hear, would you propose to a man? That will also be a poll.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I don't think my ego can take it.
I have too much pride to propose to a dude. I'm a real prideful person.
Can we get to my topic now?
Of course.
I'm proud of this topic that I brought to.
This is gonna be our new.
It's gonna be our new thing.
So we got top 5, We the People, and
Marry, Smash, Kill.
And this time on Marry, Smash, Kill, because I get to talk about them this time.
85 South show.
Can y'all believe I ain't watched them all week? Oh, I'm lying. Yes, I did.
If you've never heard of the 85 South show, it consists of DC Young Fly, Carlos Miller,
and She Go Be.
Okay. Let's start with your Marry, Smash, Kill, because I'm pretty sure we all would like to know.
So, who would I marry? Chico Beans. Who would I smash? Carlos. Just because he always talking about what he gonna do on stage. DC, you know I love you with your loose leg ass, but I'm gonna have to kill you.
And I would have to go opposite. I would probably marry DC.
Really? Just because of the height?
Not even just because of his height, but because like he's trying to be like that R&B singer. Yo, he's hilarious.
You seen his new video? And it's not hard as new song? Not to change the subject.
It's the one where he had on the cow print or something, zebra print.
Yeah,
I saw a snippet of it, but
he was good in that video. But go ahead.
But yeah, like he seems like R&B. He's funny, and then just seeing like his little relationship. Like I said, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but I just feel like he could probably be a cool husband. Smash, definitely agree. I would have to smash Carlos.
Yeah. Carlos is the baby daddy. He come on all the time.
Yeah, I feel like Carlos would be the smash, and I'd have to kill Chico because he just seemed like he little, and he gotta be 5'10" to ride this ride over here. So, okay. Chico would have to go.
Chico can get it. He know every song that come out. He a good daddy. That's fine. And he only got 1 kid.
But he also like 5.
I don't care. And that nigga can dress. I said it one time. $1. He can dress.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Very smash kid.
But that is our new segment. Let us know out of those 3 what you would do. Marry, smash, kill with DC, Carlos, and Chico Beans. But yeah, I think we're gonna close it out with a good old affirmation for you guys.
Please.
Thank you for listening. If you've made it all the way to the end, make sure you like it. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe. Favorite us on Anchor, or give us a rating on Apple Podcasts.
Please.
We really appreciate it. Thank you for listening.
Follow us on Spotify. We're on Stitcher as well.
Yes, she's added us to Google Play too.
And Google Play.
So you guys, we are out there. You can listen to us anyway. We are also on YouTube.
Please, please, please. I'm going to close us out with this affirmation. Shifting. As you are shifting, you will begin to realize that you are not the same person you used to be. The things you used to tolerate have become intolerable. When you once remained quiet, you are now speaking your truth. Where you once were battling and arguing, you are now choosing to remain silent. You're beginning to understand the value of your voice, and there are some situations that you no longer deserve your time, your energy, or your focus. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.